Are there children in here? Just making sure, because I tend to swear a bit.
Hi.
I usually try to be better. Where are you? Hi!
I was wondering, did you have any inkling on how Battlestar Galactica might have ended? And what were your kind of theories on how it would have ended yourself?
Yeah, I mean, we knew kind of where it was going. Ron Moore called and kind of told every one of us where it was going. I was the only one where they were like, we have no idea what you are. And I was like, everyone else gets to have like a nice little ending. And I was like, what am I? And he's like, I don't know, but that's good. I'm going to put that in a script. What am I? I was like, okay. And so I think I made up in my head that I ended up like going off with Anders because I felt so bad for Starbuck that she was alone, that I was like, I think she ends up with Anders. I think they're both dead and they end up in heaven. So she's not alone. And I like made it up in my head, and then I just tell everyone that, and maybe that's what they think now. And so they told us certain things. I knew that they were going to do flashbacks at a certain point because I got the phone call to cut my hair again, and I hung up. They were like, so Katee, we were really wondering how you felt about your hair in the first season. Suck it. Not So I made them give me a wig. I was like, just take one of Trisha's old wigs and cut it and dye it and make it look like mine. We've got like 8 of them. And so they gave me a wig. They wigged Jamie too, which I'm sure you guys could tell. I think they wigged everybody because no one wanted to change their hair. And they were like, well, if Katie's not changing her hair, then I'm not changing my hair. So, anyway, kind of had an idea. Yeah.
Hi, Katee.
Hi.
I'm Stefan from Sweden.
I know you're the skateboarder.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you.
Hi.
About your hair, this might be a little bit of a silly question, but we know you were not very happy to cut your hair for Battlestar. And would you, during any circumstances, cut your hair again for any role? I mean, you do look lovely in your long hair.
Thank you. My hair was shorter than yours in the miniseries.
Oh, yeah.
It was so short. Yeah, I would. You know, I love the short hair. I just didn't love it that I had to have it for 7 years. Like they kept telling, like I'd have to cut it all the time. And I was like, why is Mary's hair growing? Why is Eddie's hair growing? And I was like, why is Starbuck the only one who has to look like a boy? So I convinced them to let me cut it or grow it out. But I would cut it again because I like it short. It's less maintenance. It's a lot easier.
Thank you very much, Katee.
Yes. Hi.
Hi. I thought you did a great job playing Starbuck, by the way.
Thank you.
Also, I'm just wondering, how does he feel, and what was it like filling in such big boots of the original Starbuck?
You know, sorry. They look really hot, but my feet hurt. Okay. I didn't know. You know, I auditioned for the role 3 times, and I called my parents to tell them that it looked like I was actually going to get a job because they were tired of supporting me. I'd done a couple series before that, but they'd all been canceled, and I spent all my money, which is what 20-year-olds do. So I called them to tell them. My dad goes, "Oh, that's great. What is it?" And I go, "Well, I have to make my mind up whether I should screen test, because you can only test for 1 job at once, because you actually have to sign your contract before you test, for CS or for NCIS or for Battlestar Galactica." And I was like, and I've had like 4 auditions for Battlestar and they want to test me. And he's like, "Oh, that's so great, honey. Good luck. Oh, that's great, blah, blah, blah." So I picked Battlestar and I went in for the test. And right before the test, I called my dad and I was like, so I picked Battlestar, and he's like, "Oh, that's great." And he's like, "What's your character's name?" And I was like, "Kara Thrace." And he's like, "Oh, that's fantastic. Good luck, honey." I'm like, "Okay, Dad." And so I come out and he's like, "How'd it go?" I'm like, "It went really well. There was this really sweet girl there named Grace Park. She's not going to get it, but she should get Boomer because she was really great. But Starbuck's totally mine." And he goes, "What?" I go, "The girl there, her name was Grace Park." And he goes, "No. What's your character's name?" And I went, "It's Starbuck." And he goes, "Oh, honey." I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Go home home and watch it. I'm like, okay. So I'm sitting with my best friend on the couch, like drinking wine, and we'd already had like a bottle, because that was like a warm-up for us. And we put in Battlestar Galactica, and we're getting ready to watch it. And because he wouldn't tell me why he was so like weirded out by it. And so we're watching it, and like 5 minutes go by, and my best friend looks at me and she goes, "They're talking about Starbuck." And I go, "I know, where is she?" And she goes, "I don't know, we should rewind it. I guess you're really drunk." And I go, "I know, okay." So we rewind it and start over again, and we realize that it's Dirk Benedict, and I went, "Oh shit." The fans are gonna kill me. And so I turned it off at that point, and I didn't watch it again until we were completely done shooting 2 years ago. So I didn't realize how big the shoes were that I was trying to fill. All I knew was that it was supposed to be a guy. And I made the mistake of reading the internet, and there was this one, there was a petition to save Starbucks genitalia. And I was like, I guess I need to stop reading the internet. Because like, I didn't realize it was so bad. And everyone's like, "I hate her, she's such a bitch. Oh my god, da 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 da, she's so ugly, she looks like a boy, she's fat, da da da." And I was like, oh my god, this is worse than high school. So I didn't realize like how bad it was gonna be. So anyway, and I'm sorry for all my Spanish people in here, I'm talking really fast. Sorry. I'm really popular in Spain. It's only because my boyfriend's Spanish. It's the only reason they like me.
Hi Katie.
Hi.
You might remember me from watching my autograph yesterday. I want to ask a question about your future. You refused the role in True Blood, if I'm correct, and then you shot a pilot based on something that wasn't taken. So what are your future plans, and can we expect to see you in something dramatic like 6 Feet Under, or well, that kind of vibe, you know, non-germ?
I did turn down the role in True Blood because if you haven't noticed, I like to keep my clothes on, and they wouldn't guarantee to me that there was no nudity. And so my rule is that if I can't watch it with my father, I've gone too far. And my father doesn't need to see my boobs. It's just too much. It's just be really awkward. I'd be on the couch with my dad like, "Hi." My pilot didn't get picked up, which is totally fine. I seem to have picked wrong 2 years in a row for new TV shows. But I'm doing more episodes of The Big Bang Theory. So I don't know how they can top me being naked in a bathtub though. So we'll have to see what Chuck Lorre has in store for me. But and I'm doing a movie called Haunting in Georgia, which is a true story. It's the next one in the series. They did Haunting in Connecticut. I don't know if that came out here. But it's the same company that did White Noise 2, so they called me again. And so I'll do that one, and then I'm doing a movie called Patient 001 that is a modern day telling of Oedipus. So that should be really cool. I play the mother, get to sleep with my son. I'm kind of excited about that. I haven't done that before. So I'm really excited. It's all about new things, you know? Yay. So that's what I'm doing this year. So.